be more than human. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Joseph Carroll. I write under the pen name J.R. Carroll. And today we are going to talk about the Sword of Destiny. That is book 2 in the Witcher saga. Now, technically, people would consider this the second short story collection. Some people don't consider these first two short story collections as books.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
Now wait just a minute.
And you're ugly, just like your mum.
In the series, but I do. So we'll just go with that as book 2. Now, just like in the first one, some of the best stories told within the Witcher series are here in this collection. In fact, probably my wife's favorite thing in general with The Witcher is in this one. And her favorite story is the story called A Little Sacrifice. And it deals with a king and a mermaid. It kind of starts this thing, and you get to if you're doing the audiobook or if you're reading, you can either get to imagine or you get to hear Geralt singing to a mermaid.
Fuck.
Which is pretty awesome. I mean, let's be honest here. You can't get much better than Geralt singing in Mermaid. But the book or the collections open up with Bounds of Reason, which is one of my personal favorite things in all of The Witcher. Basically how it goes is, Geralt meets this fellow called Three Jackdaws, and he's apparently a super wealthy guy, has two, of course, attractive, deadly warrior ladies following him around. And then Geralt hears about this dragon that these people are trying to slay and get to its gold and take its scales and all this, and all these different factions and groups are fighting over who's gonna get the spoils of of defeating this dragon. Yennefer's here. Dandelion's here, so the whole, all the best characters are here, and there's a nice twist on this story. If you like dragons at all, you will love it. Shards of Ice is another one, and this is where it's kind of a love triangle with Geralt, another sorcerer, and Yennefer. Not one of my more favorite stories. And so we're about halfway through naming off the short stories. So I'm going to take this time to let you all know that we will be having a Witcher discussion about this very book this Sunday with me, JCM Byrne, my friend Nathan, as well as Bryce from Shelf Centered. So we're going to be going over all the stories here and kind of talk about what is our favorite, what we didn't like, and we'll go into more spoilers with those. I'm going to try to keep these mostly spoiler free. And if you like this kind of content, if you like The Witcher and the Witcher discussions and such things, make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my Patreon. I have some really cool stuff where you can actually get your hands on some of my short stories before they are ever published. All right, now let's get back into it. So we have another one, which I don't know why, but this one always sticks in my head, called Eternal Flame. And this is where this is the first time we really get to see Novigrad, as Geralt and Dandelion are kind of walking through Novigrad, and they meet this guy named Beavervelt, who apparently was robbed, and this person is impersonating him, but also making him a ton of money. And that's all I'm going to say about that one, because that is a hilarious, it's a really funny story, but there's a cool little twist, and Sapkowski does that great, putting these little twists in these short stories that may lead to some things down the line. And then we have, the namesake, the Sword of Destiny, where Geralt first meets Ciri, and this was one of my most disappointing things about the show is they didn't show this meeting in the show. They went straight to her being like 13 years old, which I thought that this would be should have been the way that they met and would have been a better way. You get to see little snot nose Ciri in this, which is great. And then you would think that would be the last story because it's the name of the book, but no, there's one more called Something More, and this is a more serious, like it has a lot more serious tone. It deals with the Battle of Sintra, which is a huge part of the books. And we get to meet some, a lot of people, a lot of the main characters are in this, but it's a lot more personal. You get more backstory on Geralt, and his, his lineage, parents possibly, his growing up. So just a beautiful story, and Sapkowski just nails it again. And I think the writing that you get to love The Witcher for, he really perfects his writing style right here. I think his writing is even better in this than it was in The Last Wish. But let me know, have you read The Sword of Destiny? Are you a Witcher fan? Are you going to join us for our Witcher discussion on Sunday? Let me know. And remember, be more than human.